Elkhorn Slough is an estuary located in Monterey County, California. The Elkhorn Slough Reserve sits next to the Moss Landing Power Plant, the largest lithium-ion battery storage plant in the world. Located at the edge of the Pacific Ocean, Elkhorn's marshes developed over thousands of years as sea levels receded from the Salinas and Elkhorn valleys. The nearest Costanoan tribal village was Huacharon. Stewardship of the landscape over thousands of generations and years, Costanoans created the healthy, thriving, abundant landscape seen by the 1769 Spanish expedition. Costanoan prescribed burns rid the undergrowth to prevent large-scale fires, the ash purifying the water, stimulating food sources, plants, and animals. Costanoan food sources were disrupted, stewardship practices made illegal during Spanish, Mexican, and American rule, until recently. Collaboration between Costanoan, federal, state, and local governments working together to protect Elkhorn's ecosystems. Woodlands and marshes, wetlands and maritime chaparral, home to endangered marine mammals, fish, birds, and wildlife. Presently, only 25% of the wetlands are protected. Elkhorn Slough was part of a Mexican land grant, Rancho Bolsa Nueva y Moro Cojo, owned by Maria Antonia Pico de Castro. By 1877, American arrivals were purchasing land plots from the Castro family. Lagoons drained, tule chopped down, willow cleared, trees felled for firewood, paving the way for wheat, cattle, and dairy farms. By the 1930s, commercial oyster farming began. Local produce transported to market on schooners and steamships, docking at Elkhorn Slough and Moss Landing, named after Charles Moss, the landing's owner. California's first estuary study was conducted at Elkhorn Slough in the 1920s. The reserve was created in 1980 and is operated by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency, NOAA, and the state of California. Elkhorn Slough is part of the National Estuarine Research Reserve System. In 2020, Texas-based Vistra Energy opened Moss Landing Battery Storage Plant, built on top of the original 1940s power plant, at the time California's largest, its smokestack still standing. On January 16, 2025, a catastrophic fire broke out at the Vistra Energy Moss Landing Battery Plant. The fire suppression system failed. Water made the batteries more explosive. Firefighters were met with dangerous gases. Soil testing after the January 2025 fire showed increases of 10 to 100 times in nickel, manganese, and cobalt. Many local residents describe shortness of breath, headaches, and a distinct metallic taste. Aaron Brockovich is working with local businesses and residents who experienced harm from the fire, seeking restitution and real change to protect California communities in the future. The Young Turks host Anna Kasparian reported in March 2025, California's electric vehicle EV market has grown so rapidly thanks to consumers seeking an alternative to gas vehicles. California now has 48% more EV chargers than gas pumps. Lithium battery storage plants have jumped from 17 in 2019 to 187 in California in 2025. By 2035, new sales of gas-powered cars will be prohibited in California. The Moss Landing fire has sparked community backlash and demands that EV growth is balanced with community needs and protections to neutralize threats to homes, ecologically sensitive locations, and agricultural lands. In January 2026, San Jose State researchers at Moss Landing Marine Lab uncovered 55,000 pounds of toxic metal in Elkhorn soil. California Assemblywoman Dawn Addis, a Democrat from Morro Bay, introduced legislation to protect schools and businesses, communities and ecosystems. Advocates are calling for lithium-ion battery storage plants to be located far from communities and requiring advanced battery firefighting equipment. Some EV car enthusiasts are pushing back. Vistra Energy reported in March 2025, the Moss Landing battery plant is a total loss. 85% of the batteries are offline. Studies on the ecological impacts of the battery fire will continue at the Moss Landing Marine Lab. Vistra Energy has withdrawn plans for a similar battery plant in Morro Bay.